Welcome to our 2024 Talent LMS review. This is everything you need to know about Talent LMS. We're going to cover things ranging from the pricing to the user types. We're going to go over how to create a course in Talent LMS. We're going to look at organizing your LMS and how Talent LMS goes about this. We're going to go into automations so that you can actually customize Talent LMS for you and your business so you can serve your learners. We're going to go through how to use reports. We're going to cover how to set different account settings and even talk a little bit about TalentLMS Beta Plus. We are going to show you how our clients integrate TalentLMS using TalentLMS's API documentation. We're also going to talk about if TalentLMS is the best LMS to sell your courses, or should you be using something else? And then, yes, we're going to talk about AI related to TalentLMS, and we're going to talk about some other hidden features that you need to know to get the most out of Talent LMS in 2024. You ready? Let's go. Before we get started, do you have Talent LMS already? Because what you could do is sign up for Talent LMS for free using our affiliate link below this video. Then you can actually take this video and use it as a tool to help you set up Talent LMS and get the most out of it without having to pay a dime. The great thing about Talent LMS, I'm going to dig into this when we're talking about pricing, is they have an amazing free plan where you get all the features that are included in the starter plan, but for free. Now, they have some limitations. So you can only have a certain number of users. You're not going to get 40 users. You're going to get 5. And you can only have a certain number of courses, and there's a couple other things. But the point is, you can get started with Talent LMS and not have to worry about a 30-day free trial or any of these things. You get an unlimited free trial, and then once you start bringing on users, then you can upgrade to one of these plans. So sign up for a free trial using our link below this video. So pricing. Talent LMS is very interesting when it comes to pricing because they have standard and active pricing. What does this even mean? Well, standard pricing options for Talent LMS are based on total users. This means administrative users, instructor or teacher users, and student users, your learners. Now, Talent LMS is primarily and should be used as an internal LMS first. What is an internal LMS? Well, an internal LMS is a learning management system that is focused on training employees, training your team members, training your contractors, okay? That is what an internal learning management system is. Does that mean that you can't use it to sell courses? We'll get to that later in this video. But when we're looking at these user counts, when you are assessing which plan is right for you, first of all, sign up using our link below and you're going to get a free trial for up to 5 users. That should be enough for you and even a couple members of your team to start building out your programs. And you could even have a couple students demo your programs. You get 5 users. You're probably not going to need 5 admins right out of the gate, so you can actually have students jump in there. But once you start looking at, okay, well, how many team members do I have to serve? Well, that's where the pricing comes into play. So for starter, you get up to 40 users. And you get 100 with basic, 500 with plus, 1,000 with premium. Now, this stuff changes sometimes, so always just come back here and look at the user counts. Talent LMS always charges based on users. Now, let's say that you were training your employees and they don't always need access to the training, right? You have contractors that maybe they're seasonal contractors. Maybe you have seasonal employees where some of the year they're highly active. Maybe some of the year they're employed and some of the year they're not. Whatever it may be. That's where Talent LMS's active pricing comes into play, okay? So now we see similar user counts. For the starter, now you have 40 active users per month. It's about double the price, Then basic, you have 100 active users per month, and you get 1 branch. We'll talk about branches later in this video. Plus, you get 250 active users a month and 3 branches. Premium, 500 active users a month and 15 branches. So now what this means is you could have more than 40 users in your account, but on a monthly basis, as long as you have 40 or less users active, this is all you have to pay for. So no matter if you're a small or a large company, this could really help if you have seasonal employees or employees that don't always need to be active. This could be solely used for onboarding. Maybe you're just onboarding people and you have a lot of users that are in your LMS right out of the gate, but they're only in it for a couple months and then they don't need to be anymore. So they would only count as active users for those first couple months of onboarding, and then they don't count anymore. So you could actually have a way larger team than users in your LMS system. And that's why we really like TalentLMS's standard and active pricing. Now there's one other thing here when it comes to pricing that you need to be cognizant of. And it applies to standard and active. Yeah, there's this monthly and yearly, so you can pay monthly or yearly and you get a discount for yearly. That's how all these LMSs work. I don't think there's an LMS out there at this point that we at least know and think is worth purchasing that doesn't give you a discount for yearly. What I'm talking about here is you can include the TalentLMS library. So what is the TalentLMS library? It is off-the-shelf training already built. As you can see, there's over 800 unique ready-made courses, so they're already there. You don't even have to build courses. Now, you can check out what some of these courses look like with the free trial link below this video. Some of the courses are in there. Some of these courses include AI, pre-made onboarding courses, pre-made sales courses, etc. But look, now I click the box, and now we have starter plus talent library. This is the standard pricing. Here's the active pricing. So it does increase the cost of your plan by including the library. But if there's content in the library that's already made that works for you and your business, then you may as well, instead of spending the money to have your team or have an external company, even a great external company like us, create the content, if you can just pay an extra 30 bucks a month on starter or an extra 60 bucks a month on basic, it's probably worth getting these off-the-shelf courses. This is another reason why TalentLMS, I mean, it's in the name, TalentLMS. This is an internal learning management system. Doesn't mean you can't use it to sell courses, but its primary focus is training teams. Now, if you can't find what you're looking for here, what you need to do is use our link, reach out to us, and we will connect you with your own personalized account manager at TalentLMS, and they can help you customize the product for you. You can also reach out to them on the pricing page and give you some alternative options as well. So that covers pricing. So let's get into TalentLMS. We're already logged in here. Very easy to log in. Log in, and then you put in the domain, password, login. All right, so we're logged in. Now, TalentLMS does a really good job of segmenting user types. Remember, when we're talking about pricing, it's pricing per total users. Doesn't really matter what the types are. Well, there's 3 user types. There's administrator, there's instructor, and there's learner. Each user type has different permissions. Now, the cool thing about TalentLMS is you can actually create other user types. And you can use these 3 user types as your starting point. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, you see right here, where it says user types, we're gonna click on user types, and here it is. We have our admin, our trainer, our learner, okay? These are the three basic ones. Okay, admin, instructor, learner, or trainer. Okay, there's also a super admin. That's like the leader of all the admins. They have access to everything. Well, we can create another user type. You may want to take the admin user and take some stuff away. Okay, so we might want to make we'll just call it admin level 2. Okay. And then we can go, okay, well, we want them to have all the administrative options, except we don't want them to mess with user types. We also don't want them to access reports. We want them to have access to everything that an instructor has. Okay. We also want them to be able to be a learner. So this is the cool thing. Your admins, your instructors, they can also be learners. So at your company, maybe you have some team members who are instructors, but they should be learners on other courses. So you can easily segment that in TalentLMS. All right, we're just going to give them general. Only thing we wanted to change here is we wanted a special user type that doesn't have access to user types or reports. So we're going to call this one admin basic and save. Boom. So user types, you can customize them. Now let's talk about adding your team. So let's go back to our homepage. I'm just clicking on TalentLMS here again. And we'll go to users. This will show you every single user that's in TalentLMS. Now, we can import users using a CSV or Excel file. Here is a sample of what the file needs to look like. Okay, so, and this is provided right here. So if you want to import your users, they've literally created some dummy users, dummy engineer, dummy secretary. You have the login, so this is their username. Then you want to add their first name, last name, email, and a bio. So 5 fields: login, first name, last name, email, bio. You set it up with these 5 columns on a CSV or Excel file, drop it in here, you can import it. You also have a cheat sheet here. Here you go. Shows you exactly what you need to add. All right, this would be for like a CSV, the commas and whatnot. So really easy. We can also add one user at a time. So I'm gonna go add user, I'm gonna go Ellen, last name. Just coming up with some stuff here on the spot. Add an email address, username, password. So leave it blank for random password. Short description of who they are. User type. So here's where those user types we created. So maybe we want Ellen to be an admin basic. Time zone, language, active. You can also deactivate at a specific date. So this is very important. Let's say that you purchased the active user license for TalentLMS. You can literally set it so, hey, Ellen's our new employee. We're gonna have him active for 3 months to do onboarding, and then we're gonna automatically deactivate him, let's see, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, on September 9th. All right, we can also exclude them from emails if we want. I don't think you want to do this because emails are part of the automations of TalentLMS. You probably don't want to exclude emails. And we can go add user. Cool. Next, it's going to ask you if you want to add any courses to the user. Okay, so you can give the user access to courses right away. Can also give them access to groups, branches, files, etc. I'm not gonna do that right now because I want to show you exactly how to create your courses in TalentLMS. Now it's time to create some courses. So I'm gonna go back to the home page and go add course. Now, if you need help creating your first online course, or maybe you've been creating online courses for years, but you want a very comprehensive step-by-step strategy that's easy to follow, and it's not gonna cost you an arm and a leg to create with your time or your budget. Well, we have a free masterclass all about that. How to develop and launch an e-learning program or online course in 90 days or less and save $10,000 or more in the process. It is linked right below this video. Sign up for it. It's free. We'll give you that step-by-step process. So I'm gonna add a course. Pretty basic stuff. Start with a name. So I'm gonna go with Onboarding 101. Category, right now I'm not gonna put a category. Description, just gonna put onboarding course. Course name, Onboarding 101. Description, onboarding course. Now, what we could do is open up ChatGPT and have it help us write a description. Recommend you doing that. Then we can say, do we want this to be an active course or do we want to hide it from the course catalog? So we want our users, our learners, to be able to see it or not. We're going to say it's active. You have some other stuff here, course codes. You can give it a code. So we'll go O101 will be our code. Price, we're not selling this course, so we're not going to give it a price. Intro video, once we create that intro video or welcome video, we put it here. Capacity, we're not going to limit it. This is an online course. Time options. So we can decide how long do our team members get access to this course. You could do this. This could help you monitor your active users that you're paying for. Certificate, this is interesting. So do you want to provide a certificate for your learners? This could be really good when you have very technical training being built out in TalentLMS. Then you can actually certify and have a document that your learners show you or show whoever they need to saying, hey, I know how to drive this forklift. Course level, we're just gonna say this is level 1, but you can set a level all the way up to 20. We're gonna have this be level 1 though. You can add an image for your course. We're just gonna keep the TalentLMS image for now. Save and select users. Now, if you wanna shortcut the online course creation process and never get stuck again, we have a course called AI eLearning Unleashed. You should definitely check it out, where we teach you how to maximize the use of AI in course development. We actually have a whole part of the course teaching you how to do that with TalentLMS. But now that we have the basics of our course, we can add users if we want. We can also decide what branch we want it to be a part of. We're gonna get there, we're gonna get the branches. Branches are amazing, especially if you have a bunch of different departments. Maybe you're a franchise and you have a bunch of franchises. Maybe you have offices all around the world. We're gonna dig into branches. We can also add this course to a group. Well, look, we already have a group called Onboarding Courses. We're gonna add it to the group. We'll talk about groups in a sec also. Okay, let's go back to course. Now we're gonna go to course content, okay? So here is where you could add your course content. One of the great things about TalentLMS is there's a lot of different content options. So if you just wanna add some basic content, we'll call this Unit 1, okay? How to complete it. We're gonna say with a checkbox. You can add your text. You can also embed video. We can go into the code here. You can take YouTube videos and embed them if you want. You can take videos from anywhere and embed them right here. And add a bunch of text, okay? You can write all this with ChatGPT. Now, you should really only use AI for the starting point or ideas. Don't use it to create the whole course. We talk about all that in AI eLearning Unleashed. If you're interested in using AI in course creation process, you should definitely check it out. So, let's go back now to our course. here's our course, Unit 1, just regular content. Now we can pull web content as well. Now this one, it literally wants us to paste. You can paste the YouTube video. So this would be, if you don't want to customize the page and embed it in the page, let's take a YouTube video from our channel, eLearning Partners. Here we go. How we make 4K passively from our channel with under 4,000 subscribers. Let's take this one. So I'm gonna go copy this, go over here, paste this, and we're just gonna call it, here we go, YouTube video, number 1. Okay. Save and view. This is a great onboarding course. I'm very aware. Let's go back to our course. Okay. Now we have our YouTube video. All right. So we can add a video where we can just upload it. You can search it on YouTube. We can upload it, record video, record screen. So it actually allows you to record the video from here or even record your screen. So you don't even need another software. You just record your screen and just upload it immediately. Record video, same thing. It's going to record using my webcam, upload it immediately. Okay. You can use a presentation. You can upload a PowerPoint presentation or a Canva presentation. Now, if you are building a more advanced course, maybe using things like SCORM or XAPI or CMI5, you can upload your SCORM files, your tin can files to TalentLMS. And it's going to create its own section of the course. And yes, it's going to capture all that amazing data that you built the SCORM files for in the first place. So it's one thing our clients love about TalentLMS is super easy to customize, and there's SCORM and XAPI, and there's SCORM and XAPI files integrate seamlessly. You can also add some iframes. You can add tests. Let's add a test right now. Okay, here's a test. We're gonna give it a name. We're gonna call it Test 1 because we're really creative. Isn't it great when you're watching a demo like this or a review like this? People are like, Test 1. We're gonna call this Unit 1. Yeah, we're very descriptive. Hopefully no one actually ever has to take the course I'm currently building. So, as you create questions, TalentLMS creates a question bay for you that you can pull questions from. Pretty cool. Well, we can also add questions. Multiple choice, fill the gap. Ordering, drag and drop. Free text, randomized, and you can import as well. We're gonna do a drag and drop one, okay? So this is where you can have, look, here we go. Pair 1A. We'll go pair 1B. Great, right? It says pair, I'm writing pair. 2A, pair 2B. I'm gonna save it. Oh, I gotta ask a question. Connect the pairs. Save. Okay. Let's check it out. Oh, wow. Boom. Oh, I did it. Submit answer. Did I get it right? I got it correct. So there's all these different questions. You can have a randomized one, which is really cool. You can set your question order, set your question weight, so you can decide, hey, one of these questions is a lot harder than the other ones, so I'm gonna make it worth a lot more. You have a lot of test options too, okay? So duration, this is super important. Not all LMSs have duration settings. So if you need your quizzes, your tests, your assessments to be a specific length of time, this becomes very important. Okay, maybe you want it to be 90 minutes. Passing score, oh, give them a 70. We can shuffle the questions, we can shuffle the answers. This is great. Allow repetitions. How many times can they attempt? I'm gonna say 2 times. Show correct answers when passed, show given answers, show score. Show stats, so you can show the stats if you want. Hide questions answered correctly. Limit answer feedback, okay. Allow movement to next or previous question. Check answers and do not continue until the correct answer is chosen. No. Abandon immediately whenever cannot pass. Security, require learner snapshot to start test. Require password, start test. So you can do a lot with the tests here. Now, one of our other favorite learning management systems is Kajabi. We use Kajabi to sell our online courses. So if you ever buy an online course from us, we use Kajabi to sell those. Kajabi is amazing. We love it. We have a 2024 Kajabi review, everything you need to know. If you're interested in selling courses, you should probably check that out. A current problem in 2024 with Kajabi related to tests and quizzes and assessments is you can't do all this customization. So this is extremely important to you. TalentLMS, the testing system, is on point. 90-minute duration. On Kajabi, you can't currently limit duration. You can't limit the maximum number of attempts. We do it in other ways. We customize it in other ways. You can set up some automations to pull it off, but it takes a lot more work than just checking a box. You can't do the duration. I have not figured out a workaround for that with Kajabi yet. And if you want to shuffle the questions so that every time your users, your learners, your students, your people take the exam, it's a different exam, can't do that in Kajabi. It's the same test questions every time. Now, we have found automations to change that. We have to create like multiple exams and all this stuff. TalentLMS has it together when it comes to tests, quizzes, and assessments. All right, let's move on. What do we got next? We can also add surveys, assignments, instructor-led training, etc. Okay, instructor-led training would be, do you need to set something up where your people, your team members, need to schedule a session with an instructor? It could be an in-person session. It could be an online session. You can actually link your video conferencing software to TalentLMS to deliver that session, okay? We add a session as such. Meeting name, capacity, instructor, hey, it's me. Type, classroom location. Do a webinar though. Create new webinar. Duration, 60 minutes, etc. Add session. Oh, I gotta pick a name. Meeting 1. Boom. Look at that. So cool. All right, let's move on. Organizing your LMS in TalentLMS is pretty amazing. Let's go back to administrator here. You have categories, groups, and branches. Categories are directly related to your courses. So I'm going to add a category and I'm going to call it sales onboarding. So now what I can do is I can add all of my onboarding courses related to sales to that category. That's an option. Groups, on the other hand, group users. Okay. So I have this one called onboarding courses. These are all the users that I want to take onboarding courses. Now, it can get confusing thinking of categories and groups. Categories, group courses, groups, group users. So categories allow you to organize your courses. Groups allow you to organize your users. Now, you can set it up where certain courses are related to certain groups. So everyone in the onboarding, let's change this to just say onboarding group. So everyone in the onboarding group gets access to these 5 courses, okay? Everyone in the sales group gets access to these courses, etc. Okay. Now, as you see, when I add a new group, it's going to be like, hey, who do we want in it? Well, we're going to put both of these guys in it. Then we can also choose courses. Which courses do we want related to this group? This is the sales group. We're going to add, well, we don't have any sales courses right now. We're going to have this CA and this test course, okay? So now, when I add someone to that group, they're automatically going to get access to those courses. Categories don't work that way. Categories are just a way to, hey, let's look at all the sales courses or all the onboarding courses, and they'll all show up in that category. Groups are, you enter the group, you get access to all the courses. Branches make this even more complicated, but it isn't. Branches, let's look at those as independent learning environments, okay? So let's say that you are a company that has multiple offices. Let's say that you are a franchise that has multiple franchises. Let's say that you're a company that just wants to segment your departments. So you want everyone in the sales department to be completely separated from everyone in the accounting department. Those departments don't get along sometimes. So you may want them to learn in different environments. That's where branches come into play. Now, depending on which package you choose, you may not get access to that many branches. So if branches is super important to you, you're not going to be able to really get much out of them until you get to the plus. If you're paying for the plus plan, you get 3 branches. Premium, you get 15. If you're just a massive company and you're using TalentLMS, hit up Enterprise, hit us up, and you're going to get more than 15 branches. We're going to take care of you. TalentLMS is going to take care of you. So right now I have a sales branch. I don't even know if it's going to allow me to add another branch because I'm not paying for any of these. We don't use TalentLMS to train our people right now. We use Kajabi to sell our courses, and in turn, we use it to train our people. A small team though. Our clients, we have 10 clients currently paying for TalentLMS and another 100 using the free version. Pretty cool. So, branches. Let's just call this franchise number 1. Franchise 1. Title. We're not going to give it a title. This is if you want this learning environment to be indexed by Google. Because what happens is each branch gets its own unique URL. So you can have your franchise in Utah have its own unique login versus your franchise in Colorado has its other unique login. So that's what branches do. They literally segment your learning environment. Title, we're just going to call it franchise 1. Google's not going to be happy, but that's okay. Description, I'm going to keep saying franchise 1. Branch theme, we're going to say city lights, why not? Then we're going to add our image and our favicon to represent our branch. English, branch, time zone, fine. Internal, it's fine. It's just an announcement that people who are logged in can see versus external announcement people who aren't logged in can see. Default user type, yeah, learner's fine. Default group, we're just gonna do the sales group for now. Sign up manually from admin, blah, blah, blah. So this is a cool thing too. Your groups and your categories count across branches. So you can still have your groups set up with, hey, anyone who gets put into this group gets access to these courses. You can still organize your courses based on categories, okay? They're just gonna be segmented by, hey, Peter's in franchise 1 branch. Mary is in franchise 2 branch. They're in different branches, but they may get put in the same group. E-commerce, we're not trying to sell courses right now, so we're not gonna do anything here. Gamification, yeah, let's go with old school. You can also make colorful and stuff, but we're gonna do old school. Add branch. See if it's even gonna let me. I'm on a free version. Okay. TalentLMS must like me. That's why they allowed me to do another branch. So I pick my users, add them, because I want my admins to be in multiple branches. Courses, see all the courses are here. So I can throw, hey, onboarding 101, test, CA, and give your course a name, are all in my new branch. If you're confused about categories, groups, and branches, leave us a comment. Just keep in mind, you don't need all of them. They're just ways to organize your LMS. Organize your permissions, make it easy to get your learners, your team members in some courses, make it easy to segment your learning environments. So different franchises learn differently. Different franchises are competing within, right? So your department, maybe you want your gamification to be within a department, right? So everyone completing lessons and all these things, completing courses in one department, you want them to only compete with that department, and you want sales to compete with sales, you want accounting to compete with accounting. That's where you would want to use branches as well. Let's keep going through. Now let's talk about automations. I can go under events here, and I'm gonna go add automation, okay? Automations, and I can do some cool things. So automations, add your first automation. Why would you wanna do this? Well, this allows you to get rid of manual tasks that you and your team have and let TalentLMS automate it for you. So we're gonna call this automation 1 because why wouldn't we? Select automation. Z hours after course X assignment, assign courses. So they have all these automations pre-built. So we can say, oh, here's the level one. On courses X, completion assign courses Y. This is interesting. So if you want to set up a learning path for your students, for your employees, where they need to complete all their onboarding courses, or they might have to complete specific onboarding courses in order, and you don't want to give them access to all of them all at once, you can say, hey, onboarding course 1, once that is completed, we're going to assign them onboarding course 2. Or here we go, employee training 101. Okay. When this is completed, we want to assign getting started with eLearning. Add automation. So this is where you get to add those cool automations. Next, using reports. I don't know about you, but I love analytics and reporting. I like to know, are my learners even learning, right? Well, I actually care more about my learners learning, my employees learning, than completing my courses. So that's something you really need to consider when you look at reports. Reports tell some of the picture, but don't get discouraged if you open up your reports and you're like, oh, well, none of my courses are completed. Here's the thing. I know with internal training, there's check boxes that you need to check. That so-and-so completed these 5 onboarding courses so we can move on with our lives and not be stressed out. I get that, okay? The reality is, other than getting the check boxes checked for the courses you need to do, I get it, you gotta do it. Maybe there's some courses about AI or some courses about sales, or maybe your sales team, your best salesperson may only take 10% of the sales course in TalentLMS. Your worst salesperson may take the whole thing. So you need to cross-reference these reports and metrics versus the metrics that you actually care about. All this is going to tell us is what have they completed, how much of course have they completed, what have they gotten on different tests. I don't know, friend. I didn't do great on my SATs. Like, I didn't fail them, but I wasn't in like the top 1 to even 10%. And I think I'm doing pretty good today. So same thing here. They could do really bad on a test, but be your best person. So make sure that you have your KPIs, key performance indicators, cross-referenced with these reports. So let's dive in. Reports. We can do reports in a lot of different ways. We can just do overall user reports, or we can just look at, oh, Jay Havey has 275 points. That's cool. Is he selling okay? He has a lot of points. Bono has 0 points. Well, he has 0 points, but he's our top seller. Well, maybe he has 0 points because he's not in here messing around trying to look productive. He's out there actually selling. So that's why this is so arbitrary unless you pull in the key performance indicators. Okay, so here's what it'll show you. Courses in progress, completed courses, courses not started, training time, so how much time they've spent, points they've achieved. It's going to show you how many logins they've had. Okay, when was the last login? And it's going to compare it to others. I'm just crushing it right now, but I'm not out there selling, so maybe I'm not crushing it. So all the reports are here, all the metrics are here. Just remember, just because reporting is great in TalentLMS doesn't mean that your people are just all of a sudden going to do really well. There needs to be a connection, okay? Course reports, so we can look at our courses individually. We're going to look at Onboarding 101. What's going on here? Oh, we just created it, so nothing. Okay, but there is one instructor here, okay? We can export our reports in Excel, okay? Let's keep going through. Branch reports. So here's where we have various branches. Let's check out what the heck's going on within these branches. We have one active user, they never logged in. Okay, this is great. We can see our users within the branch, we can do our timelines. When were people added? Group reports, same thing. You can look at groups. SCORM, this is where all you SCORM nerds out there, you're gonna get your SCORM data here. Test reports, we have one test, so we're gonna see who's passed, how many attempts, etc. Survey reports, assignment reports, instructor-led training, custom reports. So you can customize reports. Add your first report. What do you want to do? Let's name the report Custom Report 1 because we're really creative over here. This report is about users and learning progress. Okay. Select users, add rules, etc. Okay. So these are the outputs we want. Okay, user ID, we're going to add. I also want completion rate. I also want badges. Why not? I want to see what levels they've done. Add report. Boom. Well, we need to add a rule. Belong to branch. And then we're going to add franchise 1. Add report. Here's our custom report. Pretty cool. TalentLMS does great with reporting. You can also check out some fun infographics. I love this. I'm a visual person. This makes me feel good. Okay. I'm like, okay, infographics. Here's what's going on. We have 2 users, 2 admins. So this is going to tell you all your different user types, completion rates, your structures, branches, all this stuff. This gives you a visual snapshot of everything going on in TalentLMS, in your TalentLMS system. Pass rates, gamification. So it's going to tell you what's going on here. Library, videos, documents, SCORM, all this stuff. I love this. I love the infographic stuff. So TalentLMS does this, so does Talent Cards. Talent Cards is an amazing mobile-first learning management system that we do a full 2024 review on as well. It's great for companies that have their team members on site that need training via phone because they don't have a computer with them, right? Very good for companies that do a lot of work at homes. Construction companies, could be a sprinkler company like our client, Sprinklers Inc. It's anyone that needs training on the go for their employees. They do a great job with the infographics as well. It's also the same company that creates TalentLMS, so you know that it is a good program. Great people, they create great software. Now let's look at account and settings and TalentLMS Plus Beta. Here we go, account and settings. This is where we get to name things. We name our site. Site description, logo, favicon. You can look through all this yourself. Just showing you that you can customize even more things. You can enable the TalentLMS API, which is really important because look at all this. This is all the API documentation for TalentLMS, by the way. We use this to help our clients take TalentLMS and plug it in to the systems they already have. TalentLMS does a great job of documenting all their API code and infrastructure so that you can take their software and integrate it into your software, okay? But this is where you need to enable the API, okay? And then look, download API documentation in PHP library. Boom, that's what this is, okay? Enable X API. Download API documentation. Push X API statements to external LRS. This is where you can connect TalentLMS to other learning systems and software. Let's look at the home page. So for the home page, you can build a custom home page, okay? This is like your web page with your featured courses. So it has a little web page builder engine here. Users can talk about how they can sign up, default user type, default group, password, terms of service, all these things. Okay, social options, single sign-on. So our clients love TalentLMS because of single sign-on. Okay, so you can sign on to one system and get access to everything. It's kind of like, you know, when you use your Google sign-in, your Gmail sign-in to sign into things that aren't Google or Gmail. It's the same thing. So this integrates with single sign-on capabilities. Okay, themes, different themes. Pets, we can have a pets theme. Nursery room. Pierre, one of our amazing students, by the way. Certificates, so you can set up a certificate, you can upload your own, you can use their backgrounds they already have. Here's the code template, you can edit that. Gamification, this is one of those amazing buzzwords, everyone. Gamification, here's the thing. For TalentLMS, really you just set different point levels for different actions. Each time someone logs in, you can give them points. Isn't it great that we can set that? It's crazy to me that we are gonna give people points because they log in. I'm actually gonna turn that off. I'm gonna give you points because you complete stuff, not because you log in. If you're gonna complete all your courses in one go, you should not get less points. Okay, so set points, badges, levels, rewards. Okay, this is good because they can purchase more courses. So this is very interesting. So how TalentLMS is set up is you can actually have your team members purchase courses through the internal course catalog of TalentLMS. I personally don't like how TalentLMS is set up as an external system, okay? TalentLMS is an internal LMS first. And we recommend that you only use it as an internal LMS. That means training your employees and your contractors, training your team members. If you're looking to sell your online courses, TalentLMS is not the best way to go. We have two other LMSs we love for selling online courses, Kajabi and LearnWorlds. Kajabi is what we use to sell our courses. There's a link for a 30-day free trial of Kajabi in the description below this video. We also have our 2024 Kajabi review, everything you need to know, so you can check that video out, okay? LearnWorlds, if you need SCORM-based courses to sell, if you're selling SCORM-based courses, you may think, well, but I've looked and Kajabi doesn't support SCORM yet. That's why I'm here trying to use TalentLMS. Don't do it. Use LearnWorlds to sell your SCORM-based courses. It's gonna be less expensive. You're not gonna have to pay per user. There's a problem with TalentLMS using it as an external system is your users. So every time you sell more and more courses, you have to pay more for users. LearnWorlds and Kajabi don't charge you per user, okay? They do, but you get like a ton of them. You get like tens of thousands of users, not 100, not 500, okay? So it's a lot less expensive per user, Okay. They also have a bunch of marketing and sales functionality to help you sell your online courses. So 30-day free trial of Kajabi, link below. 30-day free trial of LearnWorlds, link below. That being said, we can set rewards where you hit a certain number of points and you get discounts for purchases internal. I don't really want to charge my employees for courses, so I don't really care to do that. Okay. E-commerce. We just talked about this. I don't like using TalentLMS for e-commerce, so I'm going to skip this because it's not the best option. Okay. I'm sorry, TalentLMS team. We love TalentLMS. You have the best internal training system that we have demoed. You have the best internal training system that we've helped our clients use and integrate, and our students, and we teach it like crazy. Just think there's better options for e-commerce, and that's okay. Domain, here's where you can set your custom domain if you want. Right now, we just have the domain that TalentLMS gives us. Subscription. So this is where we choose which plan we want. We're on the free. I do have an affiliate plan though, so I get access to more things, so I can teach you more, okay? TalentLMS Plus Beta. Okay, what is TalentLMS Plus Beta? It's your current familiar portal, but with a twist. A brand new visual design, a more intuitive and more modular infrastructure. Activate TalentLMS Plus Beta to boost learner engagement, maximize your adoption, and deliver successful training. Should we check it out? Let's check it out. Settings, updated, successful. Try it. Let's try it. So, what do we got? So this is TalentLMS Beta. So I waited till now to show you this because when you first get TalentLMS, you're going to have the option to do the classic TalentLMS, or they may give you access to TalentLMS Beta. TalentLMS Plus Beta, okay? So same thing, here's all the things: users, courses, course store, groups, branches, automations, notifications, reports, accounts, settings. This is all the same things that we just went through, just it looks visually different, okay? Go to Learner. Here's what the learner side of things looks like, okay? And we can get a guided tour if you want, okay? This is what the learner sees now. TalentLMS Plus Beta is a new feature as of 2024. TalentLMS is just getting better and better. TalentLMS has always been looked at as, you can customize the heck out of it, you can do all these things, but it doesn't look very modern. Now it does with TalentLMS Plus Beta. This looks like any other LMS system now, but remember, TalentLMS is very affordable. The value you get for paying for TalentLMS is unmatched, okay? Leaderboard, sessions, my courses, achievements. This is really easy for me to, as a learner, check things out. My courses, here's all the courses I have. I can go to the course catalog too, check them out. I can join courses if I want. I can view them, I can view a course. Then I can request, hey, can I get in this course? Oh, there's nothing here. Let's go to advanced features of TalentLMS. Can I access this course? Can't get it because my admin has not given it to me. Calendar. Oh yeah, there's this session tomorrow. Okay, now let's look at instructor. Instructor. Boom, same thing. Here's my home. Here's all the courses I'm a part of. There's the groups I'm a part of, my grading hub. So this is where I actually need to grade stuff. Here's my ILT sessions, my instructor-led training, my reports, so I can pull reports as an instructor as well. TalentLMS Plus Beta. Remember, if you want to try out TalentLMS for free, the link below this video. It's not timed. Like, you just get up to 5 users for free, and there's some other limitations as well, but you can mess with it. You can actually start testing this with your team without spending $1. That's what we love about TalentLMS. So the last couple of features that we love about TalentLMS is, okay, I'm an admin, the courses that it comes with, okay? TalentLMS actually comes with courses on TalentLMS. Introduction to TalentLMS, content in TalentLMS, advanced features of TalentLMS. So, you can go as a learner, course catalog. I can learn, I as in you, friend, can learn all about TalentLMS after you get it. Not a lot of LMSs actually have courses about themselves in the platform, which is baffling to me. But you get 3. Okay. We also learn a little bit about SCORM. Okay. Getting started with eLearning. So they have basic courses. So a bunch of this stuff is just random courses that we've demoed different things with. But these are the courses you get: advanced features of TalentLMS, introduction to TalentLMS, getting started with eLearning. This is a SCORM example course. Okay. Pretty cool. Some other things are TalentLMS currently, as of recording this video, by the end of 2024, this may change. But as of recording this video, TalentLMS doesn't have AI built within. But that's why you should check out our course, AI eLearning Unleashed. We go through how to integrate AI with TalentLMS. And we give you strategies of how to use AI within some of the top learning management systems to shortcut your course creation process and never get stuck again. I don't know about you, but when I create courses, at some point I get stuck. I either get stuck because I can't figure out what the content in the module should be, or I just get stuck because I don't know what the next module should even be. Or I don't even know what I should be talking about for this specific part of the course. That's why we created AI eLearning Unleashed. Go check it out. So even though there isn't AI within TalentLMS, there are courses about AI created by TalentLMS. So if you add the TalentLMS library, here's the courses that will be included. Oh, there's like 800 courses here, okay? But machine learning, what is AI? Deep reinforcement learning, harnessing the power of AI, ethics in AI, beginner's guide to using ChatGPT. ChatGPT, creating content, part 1. Part 2, translations, building chatbots with ChatGPT. So it will teach you how to use ChatGPT and integrate it with TalentLMS. We love this part of TalentLMS. Okay, this is an amazing feature. This really rounds up our review of TalentLMS. Okay, TalentLMS is a phenomenal internal training learning management system. It is our favorite internal learning management system for training employees and training customers. Okay, Talent Cards is the best mobile-first internal learning management system. You're going to want to check out that review. You're also going to want to check out our free masterclass. It is linked right below this video. It teaches you A to Z how to build, launch, and get your students, get your learners, get your team members inside that course to get results. We actually complete the 2 hardest steps of course creation with you live in our free masterclass so that you know exactly what to do so you can launch that course in 90 days or less. Remember, you can get that free trial of TalentLMS linked right below this video as well. It's unlimited. You can mess around with it as long as you want. You're only going to get up to 5 users, but that should be enough to test the system on your team members. Thank you for the likes and subscribes.